Welcome to DeFi Crypto Today. Our topic today is loot. Now you're gonna say, what the heck is loot? About a week ago, loot didn't even exist, and today it's at the top of the NFT game. It's you can see here, it has our largest trading volume at 55,000 E, and the floor price. Now you have to remember to know this. These NFTs were given away for free. All you had to do was mint them, pay the gas, the Ethereum gas fee, and then they were given away free. And now they're selling at a minimum of 12 ETH a piece. Some people paid 50 ETH for some of them. I mean, it's like hundreds of thousands of dollars, up to almost $1 million for these little things. And let's have a look at them, right? So if we look at loot for adventurers, which is the original loot, you can see there were less than 8,000. There were about 8,000 of them listed. And this is what they look like. It's pretty, right? So let's look at one up close. So we got a short sword, a silk robe of rage, plague root, crown of skill, dragon skin belt, wool shoes, dragon skin gloves, pendant, and a gold ring. And the minimum bid is almost 15 ETH, which is almost $60,000 at the current price. It's pretty phenomenal. I mean, consider that these were given away for free, okay, a week ago. Yeah, it's interesting. So why are people paying so much for a black square with white text? Okay, you gotta understand, this is a new concept. This was invented by Mr. Lou. Yeah, if we go here, his name is Dom. He's the creator of Vine, which was like kind of a precursor to TikTok, which was super popular for a while and then vanished. And he created several other apps and a thing called Blipmap, which is still very popular right now. If we have a look. So this is Blipmap. You can have a quick look at the official website. So basically, created the pixel art that there were 100 originals. Then there was a community that was built around this, and they made 1,600 siblings, so they mixed them up together like they're doing here. And then they created a bunch of stuff, and now there's a whole universe of things that came out of that. So Dom is pretty gifted in creating communities, okay? He starts with basic things, gives people like tools, and say, okay, it's up to you to make this whatever you want to make out of this. And in this case, a pretty big communities start growing pretty fast. Okay, so I mean, if we look down, there's all kinds of stuff here. Give me a second. See, now you have hymns for adventurers, which is kind of a similar idea of giving something very simple that's computer generated. And I believe this is a song. Yeah, so it's a computer generated song. Okay. It's again, you can mint these, they say, for 0.02 ETH. These are not free. And you can mint a maximum of 10 per transaction, and so on. So there's again 8,000 maximum. Okay, and the idea is that maybe we can combine them with the original loot to create some sort of adventure game, and you know, and build a game out of these little building blocks. Okay, some people are already making jewelry out of this, apparently. Here Dom says there's over 100,000 bags, each little square with items listed, and it's called a bag. So right now, Dom says that there's been 100,000 bags across OGs, remixes, and other loot likes, all built trustlessly using get weapon, get ring, etc. Format. And millions of unique items. So many people building already, and so many ideas on what to build next. Facebook can have the metaverse. Let's build the hyperverse. So the communities, especially Dom, are very excited about this. Okay, and they are hoping to create, to build upon this and create something wonderful. Time will tell. Maybe it's just short-lived hype. Maybe not. Who knows? Now, one issue that came up was that there were only 8,000 items created, minted originally. And well, if you want to make a big community, you cannot have just a few thousand people playing with a few thousand items. So you want to get hundreds of thousands and hopefully millions of people involved. So More Loot was created, and you can create more loot. And there's still some available, and they're not sold out quite yet, but they're selling out pretty fast. I mean, just think that the first 8,000 were sold probably within 24 hours. Like now, there's a maximum of 1.3 million more loot items. They look very much the same as the original loot, and this is to try to expand the community and bring in more people into this this hyperverse, as we called it. Okay, so now the way it works is very simple. You click on the link here. Let's say you want to create your own loot. Okay, so you click here, you click on contract, and you want to write contract. You need to connect your wallet, MetaMask. Okay, it works with MetaMask. So you need to be on the Ethereum network. We're already on the Ethereum network. You need to have a little bit of ETH, enough to pay the gas fee. Now, lately, the gas fee's been crazy. It cost me around $40 to $50 to mint any of these more loot items, and they're more and more difficult to find every single day because more and more numbers have been used. Okay, so I'll just demonstrate. I'm not going to buy one right now because I already bought a few and I'm happy with my lot. Okay, I'll show them to you in a minute. So let's connect here. So we're connecting our MetaMask, clicking OK. And what you do is you click on claim, and you have to find a number that is not taken. That can be very, very difficult, but you have between 8,001 and 1.3 million. So let's try a very high number, 166,715. Let's say I don't know. Let's try this and see what happens. So we hit write, and it's going to show us if we're lucky or not. Okay, so we are lucky. We could buy this item. How I know? Well, the gas fee is less than, it's reasonable. It's about $84, it says here. The actual gas fee, every time I did this, my actual gas fee was less than this. But it can be up to that according to MetaMask. Okay, so make sure you have more than what MetaMask suggests. Okay, so have at least $150 worth of ETH in your MetaMask, because at times the gas fees are totally insane. And if you don't want to pay a fortune, well, do it during off hours, like late at night. Like I notice after 9, 10, 11 p.m. Eastern Time American, typically the gas fees are lower. Also on the weekend, the gas fees are lower. So like right now, it's around midnight Eastern in the US, and that's why the gas fee is not like $200. Okay, so try to figure it out. Now, what happens if you hit a number that's already taken? So let's change that. Let's take, for instance, 8,002. It's positively taken. So let's hit this. And oh, sorry, I need to reject the previous one. Okay, so we rejected the other one because I was just demonstrating. So now you see that you need 2.41 ETH, and you say, what the hell? So yeah, so if you end up with a number that gives you like thousands of dollars of gas fee like this is $9,448 of gas. Okay, it will not go through. First of all, see even if you had that kind of money in your wallet, it will not go through. Okay, what this means is that the item was already minted and is owned by someone else already. Okay, so as I demonstrated earlier, you still have a chance now if you want to get on the loot bandwagon. Okay, you could get some more loot. Forget the original loot. If you want the original loot, you have to go on OpenSea. We're going to have a look at it. And you're going to have to pay a lot of ETH to buy the original. However, more loot follows the same rules as the original loot. And I believe that Dom's idea is to include the original loot and the more loot group together in the same multiverse or whatever he called it. Hyperverse, I think he called it, right? So that's why I bought a few. I minted a few. I mean, they were given away for free, but I had to pay gas. Okay, so I bought a few of them. I'll show them to you. So here's my little collection. I minted 5 of them because gas is crazy. I don't want to spend a fortune on gas. So, and for me, just an experiment. Okay, I have no idea if these things will gain any value whatsoever, ever. Okay, so if we look at it, so this is the loot number that I used. Remember the number that we minted, and this is the bag I'm getting. Okay, so if we go to the More Loot collection, 87,000 of them have been minted already, but there's a potential for 1.3 million total, and there's 18.4 thousand owners. You could buy them directly here. Floor price pretty low. It's about what, $30, give or take, $40. And there's quite a bit of volume. Okay, it's almost 100 ETH that have been traded already. And you got a long list of bags you could buy or bid on. So if you want to buy now, you hit on buy now. You could just buy this thing if you felt like it. That's the current price. It's about $33. Okay, so you might find this easier than minting your own, and you're getting it for not much more than the price of gas. You're probably going to pay more on gas than the price of the item. Okay, so that's what you have to consider. All right, so let's look a little bit at other items that were created by the community. If you go to Lootdrops.app, okay, you've got quite a few other items that are interesting. For instance, there's realms for adventurers. These things have been created as add-ons to loot in order to basically the idea is that at some point we're going to have a community created game or hyperverse, okay, where all kinds of stuff can happen. It's definitely starting from the root and growing up, as opposed to a centralized game, okay, where everything is taken care of by the developers and hopefully things will trickle down to the users. Here it's the users that are creating stuff, okay, we don't know where it's gonna go, and basically it's like Lego blocks and everybody's building different things and putting them together and seeing how they can go together. So if you look at realms, for instance, on OpenSea, you'll see that they created about 5,000 of them, and they look like maps. Okay, so you can buy yourself a map, okay, where characters created for loot, okay, could use their loot and, I don't know, have adventures on this, have battles or whatever. Maybe you can build houses on this. Maybe somebody's gonna make loot houses or housing or condos, I don't know. Or palaces, castles, churches, God knows. And you know, maybe you can assemble that with the maps and whatever. I don't know. Anything can happen. Now, there was even Adventure Gold that was created. So this was meant for the original 8,000 loot created. So it's an actual coin now on, and it appears on CoinGecko. So price went up to $7. That's around $4. Okay, went down a bit, went up a bit. So this is new also, and basically it was designed as an airdrop for people that had the original loot. You could have minted yourself an airdrop like that. Okay. Yeah, anyway, there's all kinds of stuff that is going to happen. There's another one that's called Paper that came out, another coin that could work with the Loot project. All kinds of fun stuff. Here you have characters for adventurers. Okay, so you can see what the attributes of the characters are going to be. So this one's a catfolk, it's a wizard, strength of 1, dexterity of 1, intelligence of 4, and so on. Okay, so it's a little bit like Dungeons and Dragons in a way. Okay, and you can pay $74 to get this character that might be used in a game that might include loot and all the other loot derivatives that have been created out of this. Okay. How many of them were created? Seems to be quite a few. Yeah, over 7,000 already. So anyway, you can check them out on Twitter, on Discord, and so on. Talk with them and see if you can join the party. Okay. So basically, they're using the NFT concept, okay, to create something new. This is a new project using new concepts and new ideas in a way that were never used before. Okay, what we're looking at, I mean, this is about a week old now. Okay, and there's already millions of these crazy little loot thingies that have been that have sprung out of nowhere. You know, I think an adventure is going to start happening over the next weeks and months, and maybe it's going to develop into something really nice. Maybe not. It's up to the community, okay? But as you can see, it sparked the imagination of what seems to be thousands of people in a very short amount of time. And it sounds very exciting. It's a very interesting project. It's a very interesting experiment. Who knows where it's going to go? Maybe it's going to become a major force in the crypto and NFT world. Who knows? All right, so that's about it for now. Okay, just wanted to give you an idea of what a loot was, and now you can get more loot, and maybe some of these other loot derivatives. Okay, and maybe you can have fun with this. Okay, now don't expect to become a millionaire. This is highly risky. If people start losing interest in this stuff, it's going to be worth nothing. Okay, it doesn't mean because I bought 5 more loots that those will get any value whatsoever. Okay, I just paid the gas fee and I did this for fun. Okay, I don't expect anything more than this at this point. It's very early in the game to know what's going to happen. I'm not going to speculate on the original loot either. I think paying $60,000 for a little black square with words on it is a little bit much for my portfolio. But perhaps that's something that you're interested in investing in because it's super hot at the moment. But be careful. Highly risky, extraordinarily speculative. I'd rather my suggestion would be do this for the fun of it. Okay, like most of the people involved in this are doing this either for free or for a very low fee. I mean, some of them are making money out of this, obviously, but don't expect to become a millionaire out of this. I mean, if you weren't in the original 8,000 that got this for free and resold them for like zillions of dollars and in ETH, chances are you're not going to be, you missed out. On the other hand, perhaps the game will take off at some point, and more loot that's still available for free right now, plus gas fees. Maybe they'll be worth a fortune in the future. However, I'm not holding my breath. It's extraordinarily risky. Okay, this is the riskiest of the riskiest of the riskiest. Okay, do not put money into this unless you're willing to lose it and still have a good laugh at it. Okay, don't put your rent money in this. Okay, don't borrow to buy this stuff. Okay, get involved in this if you want, only for the fun of it. Okay, so anyway, that's my 2 cents. Hopefully you like this kind of stuff, and as usual, please like, please subscribe and ring the bell. And download the free book. It's free. It gives you a much less risky strategy to invest in crypto than this. And it's totally free. If you don't want it free, you can pay $5.99 on Amazon. All right, that's it for today. Bye-bye.